Hello guys, welcome back to Doll Meal. I hope you had great holidays and I wish for an amazing and happy new year to all of you. My friends and family spoil me a bit with my gifts. I'll be able to go to movies for free and eat my favorite chocolates. Did you guys get any presents? But I guess you all want to get started already, don't you? This one is the one a lot of you have been asking about for the past few weeks. And I'm finally proud to present you the volunteer for this amazing transformation, Draculora. What? What's that face for? So, as most of you know, the character she'll be turning into is none other than Blossom, the smart, preppy, and adorable leader of the Powerpuff Girls. Her design was very easy for me to come up with. Keeping to the color palette, I came up with some casual preppy clothes and style for her. Draculora is such a pretty mold, and even though her skin color is very pink, it actually looks very natural too. Which doesn't really work with what I had in mind for my Powerpuff Girl concepts, as you remember from my previous customizations. But in the end, it just had to be her. Okay, it's time to begin. Girls, please bring your sister to the workshop. We begin as always, cutting all the hair off. Oh, she's rocking that hairstyle. Shame. I will keep it in mind for future works. After dunking her head in hot water for a minute, the vinyl should be soft enough for us to pull her head off, which we need in order to scrape off all that glue and leftover hair, and also pull it out with our pliers. Ugh, that looks not good. Ugh, messy. I've noticed how sometimes the hair and glue come out what you would call clean, but other times it's just very sticky and gross. Wonder why that is. Let's remove her factory face-up with some pure acetone and wash her face afterwards to avoid damage. We seal her head 3 times, waiting about 30 minutes between layers. Meanwhile, we can work on blushing her body a little, just to add a bit more detail to her. Face-up time. We start by sketching the face with light brown. Next, we start layering up the colors. After that comes the black. Layering is the secret to vibrant and strong coloring of the face-up. You know what I realized? I think I enjoyed doing her face more than her sister's. Don't know why. Maybe it's all the pink. I like pink. Didn't used to, but how does the passing of time change one's taste? I also noticed I'm not so afraid of eyebrows anymore. It's still a little hard, but I'm getting more and more confident. Just like with her sisters, we bring the acrylics out to strengthen the eye color. If you make a mistake like I did here, just put a little bit of water and clean it with some paper. We're on the last touches. These small details are very important, as they make the face-up seem more alive. At the last minute, I decided to give her a little pink heart on her cheek, as her sisters also have some decoration on their faces. We add some shiny glitter, and after one last time with the sealant, we give some gloss to her lips and eyes. It's time for the clothes. Cut the fabric from your patterns, and once you have all the pieces, we can start sewing. Some things I still do with hand stitching because I still don't know or understand all the settings from my sewing machine. But I'm definitely getting better and more comfortable using it. Using the recycled Velcro from another doll's clothes, I'm hand stitching it to the back. Now for my first time at thighs. Uh-oh, I forgot I had to sew the top edge first. Well, I'll just turn it to the correct side and use fabric glue to fix the mistake. Let's try them on. Fingers crossed. Yay, they fit and look so pretty. Good job, Tanya. Using watercolors tutorials once again, I used the paper mache technique to make her shoes. Makes me laugh every time I have to leave my poor dolls like this while the glue dries. Next, I use some polymer clay to shape the shoes. And they go into the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. The final step. Let's give some hair to that ball chick. I'm using the beautiful Seville nylon hair from Retro Dolls Europe. Sadly, they didn't have enough in stock for this project, so I looked for a similar enough color to use as highlights, and I think this pumpkin will do nicely. The hair is way too long, so we cut it to the length we want before we begin. Bring out your trusted rerouting tool and start plunging that hair in. We keep going until we have the whole head covered. I realized too late that I forgot to paint the head to match the hair, in case there were bald spots. Oh well, I'll just have to add some extra strands there. So I finally bought the magical fabric tack glue that the pros use. So excited to use it. Let's do this thing. You can see my dumb self trying to pour glue and nothing coming out because I forgot to make a hole in the bottle. After my initial failure, I finally squeezed all that glue inside the head, making sure to reach everywhere. Then I got scared, because after a few hours I noticed that the head turned very squishy and soft. You can notice the comparison here. It's a little hard to squeeze Buttercup's face, but super easy on Blossom. I worried that the fabric tag somehow ruined the head, and when I read in the back, I found out it actually contains acetone, and acetone does damage vinyl. Maybe I poured way too much? Once it dried, the head got better, but it still stayed slightly softer than the others. But anyways, so we brush her hair and style it beforehand. Then we take her and pour boiling water to set the hairstyle. I'm always nervous the face-up will get damaged, but so far it's been okay. Now she looks like Cousin It. She even has the right color. Leaving her hair to dry overnight, I concentrate on making her ribbon. I use Daisy Club 23's tutorial to do this, and I really like the method and the end result. It's simple enough to do and very cute in the end. The next morning is time to go to the salon. Let's start with the bangs. Cut them long enough so you have enough to correct slowly later. We also cut the sideburns to match the concept's length. Even though I tried my best, the bald kept showing, so I used my color pencils to try to disguise it as best as I could. I shall watch rerouting tutorials to learn better. But in the end it doesn't look half bad. My first bow attempt, while adorable, was way too big for her, and even though I felt tempted to just use it, I decided to make a smaller one in the end. It was the right decision. For her earrings, I grabbed pins matching her sister's colors and cut the nail part with some wire cutters. All that's left is to add some glue to her ear and set the earrings carefully. With that last detail, Blossom is finally done.
Powerpuff! Powerpuff! Blossom, commander and the leader, Bubbles. She is the joy and the laughter. Buttercup, and she's the toughest fighter. Powerpuff, save the day.
Blossom was... okay, yes, I admit it. She was my favorite to make. Sorry, Buttercup. She was just so easy to come up with, and I love how the hair turned out. As this is the last video of the Powerpuff set, I decided to make a little extra something to celebrate. The original clothes from the show. This was my opening project to my channel, and it was so special because I've always loved the Powerpuff Girls. I'm so proud of how they all turned out. I put all my heart into bringing them to life, and I'm very happy to finally have all three of them. Seems like Bubbles and Buttercup agree with me. Now the whole family is finally together. Before I opened the channel, I never gave it much thought, but quite a few of you have asked if I was planning to sell my dolls, and after debating it for a couple of months now, I decided, yeah, why not? So if any of you have interest in adopting the family, you can send me a private message on my Instagram or even on YouTube. They will be for sale along with my other dolls. First person to contact me will get the sale. I also wanted to let you guys know that I finally started my Patreon page. In case you want to become part of my exclusive community and support my work, please don't hesitate to have a look-see and join me. On a side note, and before I finish, I want to thank Machorro for creating the wonderful background music for my video. He's incredibly talented. Please go check out his channel. I'll leave a link below. The Powerpuff Girls project might be finished, but I'm just getting started. Come join my social media to get updates and sneak peeks of future projects. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I'll see you guys soon. Tschüss!